travel to a faraway jungle to find the source, each having their own reasons. Welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation.
Well, welcome back, everyone. So, are we all ready?
Should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 second. So, after our week off last week, welcome back, everyone. We begin today's session on a bright, blazing afternoon in Hrakhamar Bay. The pirate menace has been eliminated. The Sturge and the Emerald Eye lie on the bottom of the ocean, and in Dustard's possession are the 3 pirate flags and the heads of 3 captains. You're all standing on deck of what was once the Dragonfang, a pirate ship you've managed to capture. With you are the 3 converted pirates who have accepted employment by your other guest, Captain Jamshid Jazari from Shandalar, along with the green dragonborn priest known as Aris Tinthi Alor, who is headed to Father Zitemba for guidance. Billy, Jimmy, and Bob have been preparing to make way for your next destination, while Vargo has spent his time identifying the magic items recovered from the final pirate crew. Captain Jamshid has been assisting in getting underway, and Aris has gone below for some rest. Both Musharib and Hugh have been on the port side of your new vessel, lazily slouching against the railings, busy chatting away. Dustard, I need you to make a perception check, please.
Yeah, never mind.
Alright, you don't exactly overhear conversation as you're coming up from the rowboat onto deck and moving around, but you do hear some talk of somewhere called Shilku. That's the only word that you pick up. Musharib looks at Hugh, then at the rest of you on deck, stands up straight and
Stefan?
yeah. So, while Hughes was talking about your plans, I was doing some thinking. Made me a route we should all be happy with, and I've conferred with a good old captain on the timings. I reckon, let me just show you a handout. Hang on while I grab my map out my pocket. Aye, it is this one. I'm going to put in the Discord. So, oh wait, is that the wrong one?
That's how we got here, I think.
That's how you got there. Let me add that one.
It's the plan we had.
Yeah. Right. While we let the captain here drop us off on the opposite shoreline, he can sail the ship to Shilku Bay, which will take them around 4 days if there aren't any storms. Right, Captain? Jamshid nods his head in agreement. They weigh anchor, and they can restock at Shilku City. Maybe pick up another sailor while we hike over the Kobold Mountains towards Hrakhamar, retrieve me Gauntlet, and then we can head off and meet them at the city. Hopefully my betrothed won't treat us too badly. That sounds like a bit of a plan, doesn't it?
I like it a lot, actually. Solves all of our problems. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
It sounds like a good plan.
Are the Kobold Mountains difficult to traverse?
Well, you've got the pleasure of being in our company, you know. I'm sure when it comes to mountains, in fact, some might say they're my favoured terrain.
Well put, Stefan. Alright. Alright. Um, should we inform Lady Sylvain now or wait for some reason?
The main objective is done.
Mhm.
If we don't get the ship back, I don't think they'll mind too much. So,
And if we want, I could send her a more detailed message. But yeah, we should use the rock, I guess. Did just because I don't remember how we finished off, did we blow up the damaged ship, or is it still just damaged?
I think we blew it up.
We blew it up, yeah.
I was sailing there last time, at least.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was the plan, but I didn't remember if it fulfilled before we ended.
Yeah, it did. Dusted basically placed the explosives and hightailed it out of there.
Great. Yeah, as far as I see, we should be able to hit the rocks, and we should get the message away to them. And if we want, I can give them a message with more details after that.
Actually, it would be nice if we could send them a message directly to Lady Sylvain. That way we can keep the rock in case an emergency happens in the future and we need to contact her. What do you think about that?
That's fair, but we would have to discuss what the new message would mean then.
The same message we will send if we use the rock normally.
TM, remind me, was this rock actually a casting of the sending spell, or was it a pre-agreed upon message?
The stone that you are carrying from Lady Sylvain and the Portmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're
Yeah.
asking me. It
Mhm.
is this. Can I paste that into the chat? It's a sending
There it
stone.
is.
So it's a rock which has a twin. And you can use an action to cast a sending spell which goes automatically to the other one. But you can only do it once a day.
Oh, so it's not only once, it's once a day.
Correct.
Alright, I was under the wrong impression. Sorry.
Yeah, misunderstood it as well. Good. Then we should just use the stone straight away.
We can tell her that we're bringing back a ship and some pirates for rehabilitation.
Unless if some things happen to her in the meantime, maybe it is best to use a spell. Make sure no one's taken her sending stone.
We can cast the sending, and I see what you mean, but we should get a response from her, and if it's not from her, we know something is wrong.
Yes, that works.
Okay, so
Oh.
a sending stone is 25 words or less, as per the sending spell. Who is going to be the one to send and activate the message?
I will say that we first need to agree on what message we send. something in the likes of all of the pirates are killed, all three of the flags are taken, two boats sunk, one of them is with us. I don't know.
One captured.
Is anything? Yeah, one captured. Anything else of notice that do you guys think? Do you guys think that needs to be
Pirate
messaged?
heads. Pirate captain heads in bag. Does that fit?
I love it. That way they know how much money they have to prepare for us.
Wait, did we mention
Nice.
the flags?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Why don't you type your message into the chat once you've decided what you're going to send?
By the way, guys, what name are we gonna give to our ship?
Well, we could name it after ourselves and call it the Lady Fortune.
Love it.
That's good.
The boat is a lady now. I like it.
It would never abandon us with that name. Or sing.
And hopefully having such a name will mean that it doesn't sink anytime soon. I hope.
That's a solid name. Ray, are you still typing your message into the chat?
Just essentials. I figure we have a couple more words
Yeah.
that we can enter. How do we tell her that we have three severed heads without sounding? I don't know how to do it.
Well, she knows the subject anyway, so 3 heads.
We have your scalps.
Heads and flags captured. Plus 1 ship. Others destroyed. Pirates dealt with.
Shall we tell her where we are headed to, or not? It's by no means necessary, but I don't know. Do we trust this woman?
I would.
I will as well.
Alright, so that's going to be the message you're sending?
Probably we will add the information that we also have the 3 heads of the captain. I think it fits just nice. Actually, we have 10 more words that we can put. Feels wrong sending a message if you don't use all the words. I wonder why.
We could tell her where we will. Well, we'll be seeing her when we return. Hopefully.
We could
You
just
can
say
be polite.
we have one more or one more mission, one more.
We have 2.
Yeah, we will return. We'll return after fixing X.
I mean, one is to go to Hrakhamar and help Musharib. That's one. And the second
Mhm.
one is to go to Ormu to confirm that it's actually there. So we could say that after we have confirmed the location of, and then use some kind of code word for the city. I don't know.
Are you having this conversation on the ship, by the way, in the open?
I was imagining that we were on our. Oh no, we were with the dwarves. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think Dusty would be competent enough to make that sort of like summarizing of what the jobs are.
No, but we don't have to summarize them. I would say we just say after some business been taken care of.
I like it. Yeah, it's a good idea.
So, what are you adding to the back of that? Ray? Vargo?
I cannot copy the text from the chat. I have to write it all again.
Oh, sorry, are you chatting using the chat on Discord?
No, on
Oh yeah.
on the app.
So you're just gonna... Pirates killed all of them, all flags taken, 2 boats destroyed, 1 captured.
We will have the all flags and heads taken.
All flags and heads taken, yeah? And you're leaving it at that?
No. And I will take Lunan's suggestion. It's good.
And say...
We will be back after dealing with some business, but how do we say that so it fits?
You could say it as you said it right now. It was 9 words. And we have
can you read that?
left. You can say it as you said it right now because it was 9 words.
Oh,
What you
okay.
just said.
We will be
Yeah.
back after dealing with some business, yeah. But... and then your message gets cut off as the spell completes and it flies off.
Too late to change now.
Alright. Message sent.
To be in suspense.
Now what?
So that's the entire message, isn't it?
Yes.
I
How many
like
words
how
is
you do
that?
that. Pirates killed, all of them, instead of all pirates killed.
It's just it's a signifier, man. It was a huge success for us, actually.
Yeah, no, it's
Yes.
good.
Surprised you didn't remind them about the reward.
We want to make sure that they have all our money prepared
Yeah.
when we go back.
Please confirm how much you're paying me when I return. Alright, message sent, and it isn't more than 2 or 3 minutes when all of a sudden the stone vibrates in your hand, Vargo, just as you're having your doubts. And the reply comes back as, understood. Carry on.
How can she sleep without using all the 25 words? I don't understand.
Must be used to the secret
Anyways.
magic.
Anyways,
Keeping on.
we have received confirmation of Lady Lane. We are free to go as we please.
Great, that sounds like it's time for a party then. How long will it take us to get across the bay, Captain? Oh, my friend, we'll get you there in 3 hours' time. It's not a problem.
Three hours, my god.
I will. And then your plan is to go around the bay while we cross it on land, and you'll wait for us there until we arrive.
Yes, my friend, this is correct. You know, the gods willing, there is no storm. I will be able to sail this with this meager skeleton crew. She is a sturdy ship with a wide berth. Oh, we should be okay. We will meet you at the port in Shilku City in 5 days.
Do you have enough supplies to be okay until then?
Well, we have got what we've got. It is not that long. Don't you worry, little lady. So the dwarves, they tell me that Shilku is an outpost. So we should be able to restock and supply over there. Maybe even make some trade with some of the goods that we picked up if, you know, you don't mind me doing my business and my expertise.
I don't have a problem with it.
Roll an insight.
No,
please, Keenan. From
damn
21. Okay, he's telling the truth, and with a 21, you can actually read that he seems quite eager.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he seems quite eager to get going and get this done. When he said the port at Shilku City and let me do my business, his eyes almost seemed to sparkle with excitement. Almost as if this is new territory for him.
Okay.
I find it admirable that you find the time to do business, and after having passed through all of this, Captain.
Oh, my friend, please, you have taken out my competition. I am a merchant who travels from city to city. You have made the seas safer for me. This is the least I can do. And, you know, I'll be able to expand my outreach to another city. We have never been to Shilku. It sounds like a very intriguing place, yes. I am excited to see this with my own eyes. Witness what the gods have given to me as a gift.
So you actually don't know anything about this new city?
No, I cannot contain the excitement inside me, my friend. It truly is a miracle.
You sure you are gonna be safe without us?
Oh, but of course. Look, we've got a sturdy crew. And, if we understand, Musharib, it is his wife. She runs the place. You know, family discounts.
I didn't know that, Musharib. Is actually that's true?
Ah, well, you know, I'm not the kind of man that likes to brag and all, but, yeah. You could say she is my betrothed, I
see. All right. Well, guys, if that's everything, I would like to retry my chambers. If I have them, which I don't know. I'm pretty tired.
We know that there's one chamber on this boat,
Yeah.
much like the others. So Byron just was like, "Hey, I'm marrying a queen. I'll take the the room that has a bed."
Somehow I assumed they were more than one, but yeah, that sounded brilliant. Not taking it back. I gold dips. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm used to sleeping under the stars, and having a cabin is more than enough.
No, but actually, I would like to have a desk to work a little bit before sleeping. That much is true.
Just to give you a reminder of what your new ship looks like.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, thank you.
So there is a captain's quarters with a dining area and a desk in there. On the bow of the ship there is a room where they were playing cards, and there's hammocks for everyone else to sleep that are suspended in the bow of the ship as well.
Alright.
Comfortable enough?
Yeah. Small but sturdy.
I'm fine not taking the bed, but you will find Bargo sitting on the desk, trying to do some work on his spellbook.
Well, to be fair, if we're going out right now, then it's only a 3-hour
Mm.
sail, and then we're
Yeah,
we're
I
off
know,
it
I know.
again. Yeah.
But I will seriously advise of taking a rest somewhere before arriving to Hrakhamar.
You can all squeeze in a short rest before you get to the other side of the shore.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, short rest doesn't do anything for me at the moment.
Okay.
Wait, do I need one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Luna
They're free, and you get to roll a hit
could
dice
have
or
some.
two if you wanted as well. Remember.
Yes.
2.
I think I will do a short rest.
I won't mind a short rest either.
The
Mm,
risk and roll
Mhm.
1.
Yeah, I don't see anyone on
So,
full HP.
well, DM, well,
Hmm.
I would like to take these 3 hours to copy one spell into my spellbook from one of the scrolls I have.
Uh-huh. Do you want to ping it to me, or do you want to... Let me...
And just trying to remind what the rules are for this one. That one.
Leomund's Tiny Hut. That's a third level, isn't it?
Yeah, so it should take 3 hours.
Roll an
So,
Arcana check for me, please.
ooh, alrighty.
You need a DC 13.
I think I make it. 15.
Yeah. Okay. With the swaying of the ocean, you manage not to make any mistakes as you copy the scroll into your spellbook. It's definitely successful, and passing it by 2, you manage to do it within the allotted time of 3 hours. That's not a problem at all. The scroll itself, once you finish copying it, crumbles into dust.
Love it.
Magic.
Thank you very much.
I think you can add it as a spell, a custom or something. But yeah, cool.
That will prove useful, I say to myself.
Is there anyone else who wants to accomplish anything in the next 3 hours?
No.
no.
Dusted?
Yeah, I'm always looking at my inventory, wondering what I should do. And I just noted we had 4 pure tej. Just saying.
What's that? What was that?
Right.
That's the alcohol we found with the Medusa.
Hell yeah.
Right.
So, Dusted plans on... How many of those are you going to drink then?
Oh, I wasn't gonna drink them. I was gonna serve them for people. Like just hand out a glass to everybody because there's probably glasses downstairs. So anyone that isn't busy can get a sip of one bottle. Not sip, but yeah, you get my meaning.
Okay, so you're gonna get everyone hammered while you're got nothing else to do.
Oh yes.
In the 3
I
hour
like that
journey
plan.
across the ocean. With
Dwarves will
waves
definitely
popping.
accept.
Alright, Dusted walks around handing out Tej. Lunan, anything you want to do?
No, I'm good. I don't have anything in particular.
Okay. That seems like everyone then. Halfway through the afternoon, the pirate crew, one of the lads comes up from below. He's broken out some fruits and some rations as well, so you all manage to have a meal. Eventually, they weigh anchor about 300 meters from shore, as one of the rowboats, which was being pulled behind on some rope, gets pulled around, and The pirate captain Jamshid comes over and, my friends, we have reached our destination and we can row you to the shore. We will then sail around to Shilku Bay and meet you at the port in 5 days.
All right. If I suppose that if anything happens, Lunan here will contact you via message or sending a spell, rather. Don't freak out when that happens, if that happens.
Oh, thank you for the warning, my friend. Yes. And he looks to you, Lunan, and reaches out his hand to shake your hand.
And then takes it in his and shakes it.
Please, go gentle. If you have to, go into my head. Yeah. Okay. Claps you on the shoulder. Right. 5 days.
This.
We will see you then. Be careful.
And to you, my friends. Okay. And he turns around and heads off to the helm while one of the pirates starts climbing down the rope rigging on the side of the ship to get down to the rowboat to row you across.
There goes Lady Fortune.
We'll see her soon. Hopefully. Unless we will die, well. So that's into the jungle again.
You are ever the chipper fellow we look for.
And they could also hit a storm, I suppose.
Oh yes, they could also die.
Oh, there's
We
two of
could all
them.
die.
Ah, great.
Love it. Oh boy.
Right.
Dustin is seriously contemplating breaking out another bottle of text just hearing that.
Okay.
I for once feel positive about all of these guys. We did a great job in Jahaka Bay.
I won't say
I
anything
mean,
until we've dealt with this dragon.
Mm.
Oh, that is true. See, the dragon could also
dragon?
swoop down and kill us.
Which dragon? The dragon was up north.
Well,
It might
supposedly
come
there was a
down here.
dragon that bit Hugh's arm off. Isn't that right, sir?
Well,
Wasn't that
it was, yeah.
on the Peaks of Flame or something? Was it here where it was?
No, it was a little bit further on. Yeah, not in this mine, but in another one.
Alright.
Yeah.
We don't want to run into that.
But I suppose that's a right question. Hugh, what kinds of dangers awaits us on the Cobble Mountains?
Well, that is a good question. The Cobalt Mountains have been around for quite a while. There's 2 small volcanoes. There's the big one. Hang on, let me just check my Mount Todra. Yeah. And then there's the little one. We don't have a name for the little one, but in between the 2 peaks, then you go down into Hrakhamar, which is where we're going. So we're going to climb up the mountain in between the 2 volcanoes, and then head down the other side. What was the question?
What kind of
Might we,
danger?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah, what main encounter, yeah.
well, I mean, there's Musharib's humor. That's a danger.
I agree with that one.
But otherwise it's your run of the mill, red dragon, kobolds,
And there's a
This,
red dragon. Aren't they
giant.
always very angry?
Well, not when they're sleeping, no.
What if we give it gold if we accidentally wake it up? Don't all dragons like treasure? Just
All our treasures sent away.
Well, yeah,
I have some. A little bit. But not much. Maybe not enough for a dragon.
Maybe the sword will help.
Wait. Is this the dragon that took your arm?
It might be.
Maybe we should just kill it instead.
Well, that's what we're doing anyway, innit?
That's true. Yeah, we
Okay.
killed the dragon.
So, Musharib's humor, dragon, and kobolds in that order.
Dragon.
Musharib's humour, definitely. Oh. And don't forget the bloody fire newts as well. Oh yeah, that's right. There's like these fire lizards as well that are in one of the mines. Little pests.
Fire nymphs, what are those?
Lizards that breathe fire.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh. I was expecting a little bit more. How big are they? Are they like dog sized?
No, I mean, look, if we're really unlucky, we'll encounter a storm giant in the mountains or something. But, you know, we haven't seen one
Well,
lately.
these
What if we
dangers keep ranking up. Oh.
Well,
what if we kill the storm giant and then we can maybe sell its parts?
Are you selling the parts of the storm giant before you kill it?
Yes.
it's good for business, so, you know.
Bastard definitely needs another drink.
They're very strong. If we take parts from it, then we can sell them or turn them into parts that make us strong. Think of all the
Is
next.
that how it works?
Are you sure you don't have a storm giant strength potion addiction?
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, yeah, okay.
No.
I saw the glee with which you dragged those pirates off the ship.
What? It was fun and useful. Nobody except the pirates got hurt.
Would be surprised if you were after another swig.
Maybe. I liked being strong, okay.
No promises. I don't think we're going there to hunt for giants.
But if we see one, we're going to kill it and not
Try
run
and
away.
avoid it.
Oh, aye, lass, don't you worry. Some might say giants are my favourite enemies.
Oh, that is very good to hear. We will definitely be killing it.
Yeah, too right. Right between the legs and then hamstring the bastard. Yeah, nothing brings him down quite quick enough. Isn't that right? Dusted, you know what I'm talking about.
Dustin does, and Dust is just grimacing and sort of like crossing his legs unintentionally.
Great chit chat, you know. Oh, looks like the shoreline's coming up.
How long would it take for us to hike over?
We'll be there by tomorrow morning, I reckon. With that, he stands up and walks to the head of the rowing boat as you can see the shore slowly coming closer to you. Well, come on. Walk and talk. Let's go, laddie. And he leaps out the water, splashes into the waves, almost has to sort of like paddle like a dog because he's misjudged the sandbanks and he's gone too deep. He's like, I'm okay. Paddle. Okay. Finds his footing as he trundles through the waves and manages to pull himself up out of the ocean. And as you all stand there, the rowboat's momentum then overtakes him and slides up onto the sand on the beach. Sopping wet. Oh, bloody hell, come on.
Well, the sea certainly isn't your favorite terrain.
Hey, you. Yeah. You're a funny man, aren't you? Okay, laddie, I'm gonna keep my eye on you, eh? Well, you know, they say dwarves ain't that good at swimming, so, you know.
I have heard that before.
Aye. We're like the fish of the desert, you know. No, that's not right. Nonetheless.
Mountains in this case, I think.
I seem to sink like a stone.
Will we be doing any vertical climbing up this mountain?
Hope not.
What?
aye.
It could be fun.
So, you will,
Hell yeah. In a way.
But one of the special properties of these two having being scouts and being in favored terrain, any obstacle in terrain that they're used to walking in or favored doesn't slow them down, so they get to move at normal pace through any kind of terrain, and that would include scaling mountains in this case.
Whereas we'll
Yeah.
probably be going slower than them, or does their thing count for us?
Theirs counts for you.
Ah, okay. So it's like kind of like a ranger one,
Yeah,
I think.
Show us the way.
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Kind of like.
Nice. Kind of like. I wasn't sure. 'Cause sometimes NPCs, I think, have like different versions ish.
Both dwarves have got different versions. You're correct,
Yeah.
but Musharib is actually a ranger class as well.
Ah, okay. Ooh.
Yeah. But then you know because he's cast Pass Without Trace in front of you a couple of times.
True.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, you spend the rest of the afternoon climbing up the mountain. Musharib and Hugh both seem very adept at moving over this terrain, using pitons, axes, and ropes. They just sort of scamper like goats up the side of the mountain. The rest of you struggle to keep up with them. Eventually, late in the afternoon, you manage to crest the top of the mountain between two rising volcanoes. The sun is pink in the sky. Either side you can see like small wisps of smoke coming off these volcanoes. Both of them appear to be active, obviously. Not sealed at all. And as you reach the mountain peak, the view ahead of you stretches out for miles. Can I get everyone to roll a perception check for me, please?
Sure. Mm.
All right. Yelena, you stand there staring into the sunset, not bothering with the rest at all.
Very good.
Thank you, Luna.
The rest of you, so Valrus and Vargo, you do manage to see quite a bit, but the last paragraph will be mainly also for Lunan and for Dusted.
Yep.
As you look around, you look to the north where the Kobold Mountains stretch on for 100 miles into the distance, where it reaches the River Tath and the gorge you followed to Jahaka Bay. To the northeast, you can see the jungle stretching out for miles. Those of you past over 13, you can see something caught in the treetops, just halfway over towards the Eldani Basin. It looks like blue canvas flapping in the breeze, sticking up out of the trees. A rather large piece of canvas. You gaze to the east and you can see the valley of Lost Honor below, stretching for 100 miles towards the jungle. The black, grey and white landscape is covered in ash and dried volcanic rock. From up here, though, it looks like there's movement in the middle of the valley. They look to be like little ants running around, red little ants moving from one side of the valley to the other, almost going in a line and moving around in unison.
In which direction?
Northeast. So moving away, but there's two lines going backwards and forwards.
Mm.
So, you know, when you see ants on a hot summer's day moving and scurrying about, it looks like that, like lines of ants moving everywhere in an orderly fashion, crawling over the landscape. Behind you to the west, you can see dried volcanic rock from the lava flowing into Jahaka Bay. And from up here, as you look down, you can see Lady Fortune, got it in the end. Lady Fortune moving out of the bay, slowly down the coast. But you can't see the mouth of the cave from up here. It's almost cleverly disguised by the jungle. Those of you who got higher than a 17, so Lunan and Dusted, from up here you notice dark lines carved into the landscape, very faint, running parallel. From the base of the mountain below you, they stretch out across the Valley of Lost Honor, eastwards, and into the jungle towards where you think Omu is. Another line runs directly east below where you know Omu to be, and a further line stretches south from the mountains towards Shilku Bay, between the Kobold and Shilku Mountains, through the little piece of jungle there. As you're staring, Musharib notices you, Lunan, looking and squinting, and you, Dusted, as well. Oh, aye. Those are old mining tracks from when this was a Valley of Plenty for us, you know. Yeah. Nothing like
Mining
coming home.
tracks, what?
Aye. Mining,
Where?
you know, from the mines. There's a number of mines dotted around over here, you know. Just on the other peak, on the other side.
I look at where they're looking. Do I see the lines now?
Yeah, actually, with some assistance from a 15 to a 17 is only a jump of 2. You managed to make
Alright.
it out.
Ah.
That would be Vargo as well. And as you do, you can clearly see that there are, or used to be, tracks, mining tracks or train tracks that were connecting various peaks together in this valley. It looks like it used to be a proper network, mining network.
How old is this place, Hugh?
Well, I don't know if you'll be able to answer that. You know, being just a crazy warrior like that, but I've read some of the scriptures, you know, and Schultz has been here for 3,200 years.
Oh, I mean, I was talking about Hrakhamar, but alright.
Oh, you just mean the mine? Near on 80 years. 90?
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
There.
quite recent.
Aye. Quite recent. We lost the mine 50 years ago. Yeah.
Do you think it'll go back into action once we've
Aye, that's the plan.
cleared through?
That's the plan. Hrakhamar was once the cornerstone of the ancient world of artifacts.
I think you did mention.
Aye, my ancestors used to run the mines. We used to make powerful magic items for the wizards and all of the other inhabitants of this here world.
It would true now.
Is it really that famous? Does Vargo know anything about? I don't think so, but I would like to know if.
For me.
Yeah, don't know if it makes sense, but.
Roll a history check for me. Yeah.
There I go. Yeah, no idea.
What you can say is it's definitely heavy. He's talking heavily about dwarven history. There may
Alright,
be one or two other things, but you know what he says has happened. Whether or not you know anything about this forge, not certain.
Well, you certainly got my interest. My interest. Sorry.
Great. Well, I know a little space 2 hours down the mountain over here. What say? Let's camp there for the night, and by morning we should reach Hrakhamar and get everything sorted out.
Yeah, I like the idea. I'm tired.
Alright.
Alright.
He sets off and leads you down down the side of the mountain. He knows this path quite well. You notice as you're walking, he points out like missteps that you might make or any tricky areas and stops to help people down and everything. And within 2 hours, you reach like this small enclosed portion of the mountain where it's almost like half circle, semicircle protecting you from the winds, and you can see that there has been a brick fireplace built into the center of the area. It's a good 20-foot square dome shaped place. And he gets about to lighting a fire. Well, I guess I'll try and see if I can find some food. Do a bit of a hunt. Yeah?
I
That
like
sounds
the idea.
good to me.
Anyone
You
want to join me?
can do if you need a hand
Well,
or just company.
yeah, you know.
Oh.
Someone quiet would be good too.
Dustin is more
Don't
quiet than me.
Yeah, alright, Kitty, come on.
Huh? And then Dustin is sort of dragged along by
Have
you.
fun!
Alright, he grabs you to take you off for an evening hunt. Dustin, can you roll a survival check with advantage for me, please?
Man, I wonder how is Ashaka right now.
And then I need you to
17.
roll a perception check with advantage for me as well.
22, a little better.
Nice, okay. It's about 2 hours that he takes you out through the mountains, and he hops from stone to stone, moving around gingerly but quickly as well. And as you catch up with him, you know, using your innate abilities, you seem to see a pattern emerging in how he takes to the rocks, and he finds like one high, one low, and bounces from place to place, and expends half the amount of energy as you would do just climbing up straight. And as he does, he points out a couple of nooks and crannies, and every now and then you notice a rabbit darting across some open ground. And eventually towards the end he leads you to a place and he keeps you still. He's just gonna come around the bend. Oh. Go on. Take him out. Do you have your bow and arrow with you?
I do.
Alright. As you're waiting there, slowly you see this thick, juicy rabbit coming into view. Aim for the heart. Go ahead and roll an attack for me, please. I'll give you advantage on this.
Oh,
Don't even need it.
I can roll again. 19. One better.
Alright, in which case, as you do, the arrow you knock and it flies loose, takes the rabbit straight in the heart. Another one appears behind you with your second roll. Whoosh, takes him out as well, and Hugh turns to you and you hear him breathe out as if he's been holding his breath. He's like, that was good shooting. Okay, let's go get him. The rest of you, as you're setting up camp and sitting around the fire, you know, Musharib, I just want to say that thank you very much for, you know, sticking to your word. It's great to know that there are people like you out there that are willing to, you know, sit things through. We've not been so lucky in the past, I tell you.
I mean, it's just fair. You help us a lot back in the Academy. What happened to you in the past?
You know, it's not a happy story, if I must say. Me and my tribes, myself, I'm a bit of more of a spiritual nature kind of a person, you know, but my family, we ran the mines for a while, and I think it might have just been through some infighting and some neglect that we didn't pay attention to our borders. And the invasions came. Well, we held our own against all these foreign youths, and I was but a wee lad when this happened. And when she arrived, it was tickets, Yeah, burning everything in her
Ye?
path. Eh?
Who is she?
Hugh's nemesis, the Red Dragon.
Oh,
Aye,
the red dragon is a lady. I see.
they call her Tinder because
Mm.
everything she sets on fire becomes tinder.
Makes sense.
Aye. And we're in the process of creating these fireproofing items and whatnot in the forge. Well, at least so the stories go. But when she came along, with her came waves after waves of these fire newts, kobolds. It was more and more difficult to keep him out, and eventually we just had to pack up what we could and leave.
Do you know why the dragon went to Hrakhamar?
Well, no, she actually went to Wemhat Mine.
Oh,
Aye.
there even.
That's the mine, but there's tunnels and whatnot. When you breathe fire into a hole, it kind of goes all the way down to the bottom. So,
Yes.
aye.
Do you know why she came
Aye.
down your home?
Yeah, Wormhat Mine is a gold mine.
Ah, yes. Chinese. It is as simple as that, I suppose.
Oh, well, when you're dealing with dragons, it is, isn't it, lass?
That's true. At least they are quite simple to understand in some respects.
Simple creatures, eh? With simple greed. That's all they want. Never give, they just take. They even took Hugh's arm. Poor bastard.
We will kill her. Don't worry.
Or at least we will try to help you as much as we can.
Greatly appreciated.
Well, we will kill her so long as she is not like a really, really old dragon. Because I think if we did that, we might die.
Hugh will tell you up close that this lady is no lady nor an old hag. She's actually a little girl.
Okay, then we can probably kill her very easily.
Or at least, maim her.
Shouldn't be too bad then.
Have you fought dragons before?
Oh.
You fought dragons before?
No, I have not. We don't
And
really
you
have
don't know
any.
if it is simple.
It will be simple.
I was surprised you don't like you have. Alright.
It is not too old. Old ones are horrible. That I have certainly heard. Never go near them. You will probably die as soon as they open their mouth. But if she is not super old, then maybe it will not be too bad. If we are prepared. Red ones are probably quite stupid. All they want is gold.
Aye.
And Tyrannid seems carrying around their kobold.
You could lure her into a trap with a big pile of gold and then kill her.
I feel like I've heard this plan before.
Have you?
Lure in the enemy, then kill. Simple 2 steps.
Aye, but this time she said gold, lure the enemy with gold. And then
What if we skip the first part and just move on to the second?
What, kill?
Yes.
We
But
should-
she won't be distracted by all the lovely shinies then. It's like dusted. Put down shinies.
Yeah,
Dusted go to shiny.
you just have to incite that greed.
Exactly.
The way you talk about this and bring Dusted up, it almost sounds like you've been thinking about it.
Well,
Alright,
lassie,
so if
this is a dragon we're dealing with, and they're not that simple, okay?
Okay. Maybe she won't fall for the pile of gold trap.
No, she's
maybe
a
2
dragon.
piles of gold will do.
We would just need a very big shield.
Or we can just give her a hue and say, wasn't he a tasty snack? No,
That's
that
true.
won't
Put,
work.
put down Hugh as a trap and say, do you want some more? Then maybe she'll fall for it.
By the
I
way,
think
DM,
it was supposed to be a
Bargo-
serious plan.
Oh,
Mm.
Bargo is consulting the map, and by any chance, do you happen to know what kind of mine is the one we have here on the south? We might have to pass through on our way to Shilku Bay.
Aye, that's Wormhat Mine. That's what we've been telling yous. We're going straight from Hrakhamar down past Wormhat Mine into Shilku.
How do you? Yeah, no, I can't. How do you write that? Sorry.
You what?
DM, I'm asking you, how do you spell that?
Oh, how do you spell it?
Yeah.
It is in the chat, dear sir.
All right.
Wormheart.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Let me take notes. All right. Then it's all said and done. I will go to sleep now, guys. I'm really tired.
As you say that, you see Dusted and Hugh appear from between some of the rocks, holding up some skinned rabbits. We brought some food.
Back. Wait, where does this name come from anyways? Wormheart. Sounds like there was some draconic creature there before.
maybe her daddy. Or her mother.
Then she's come back home.
Wouldn't you?
I don't think so.
You don't want to go home? Oh. I kind of miss home.
Where is that home? Helena, if
No, I have
I
to
can
try and
ask.
remember the map. It is very far up north. On near the coast. There is an island nearby that we occasionally patrol. Because it has a lot of problems.
Mhm.
But it isn't very far away. Further than Baldur's Gate.
Mm, I see.
What about you?
Well, I come from the continent up north, from the city of Cormyr. Do you happen to know it?
Is there a map? Because I think it is nearby, but I can't quite remember.
It's literally the first image
It's in the
we sent
Discord.
in the chat.
Is
Yeah.
it in
Yeah.
announcements? Or... Oh, there it
Hmm.
is. Ah, thank you. Where's Cormier?
I cannot find it. Where is it?
Or is it like
The map, the map.
Hold on. The big map.
I know you put it. Aha, I see it. There it is. Yeah. So, what was the name of your island again, Yardena?
well, we live on the coast near uh Cast Castanol? But the island that we occasionally sorry, I got it mixed up. Sorry. We live on the island Arian, but occasionally we patrol Belsa.
My God, you live far up north.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is not so bad though. Cold, but not too bad.
Mhm.
I found I met this one, and she looks like ours. When I moved to the main continent, eastwards, westwards even.
That's a story I have not heard before. How did you guys met?
Obviously, I saved him from being bullied by loads of people because nobody likes tieflings.
What's the how is how is Barbary's reacting to
He is not listening.
Buster just instinctively puts his tail under himself when hearing that. Because last time you were talking about this, you were talking about cutting off his tail.
I don't know, it's been a very long time. It was something along those lines, so maybe I am overstating. But, yeah. And we have been friends or something of the sort since.
I see.
Until she came upon this mission and tagged me along.
You needed to get out more.
I'd been living out all this time.
Well, get out more and talk to people. You know?
I tried many times.
Well, look at you now. Only because of me. Now you have actual friends.
Well, luckily Jolt isn't as discriminatory towards different kinds.
Maybe this can become your home one day, huh? Once we have gotten rid of the death curse.
Time.
I'm sure we
I
will.
will say that I find it amazing that you think of Cholt as a place that you will spend the rest of your days in.
It's been a breath of fresh air compared to back home. Going in and out of small cities, stealing what you can. Giving something in return where possible. Keeping out of sight.
But I don't understand. Is there any other reason of that mistreatment you had in your past, apart from you being a tiefling? I mean, seems a little too much, doesn't it?
No, that was enough for where I came from. That's in the past. I don't tend to dwell on it. Not more to worry about nowadays.
Were humans the ones that treat you badly?
Whoever lived amongst them. As you can see, Arlena didn't really care. Suppose they see all sorts of strange beings around their parts.
A little. I mean, if you want to come and live with the elves, the Eldrin, you are more than welcome.
No, your rules and dealings seem a bit too wild for me.
Anyone can get used to them, you know.
I've only just gotten used to this place, I think. I think that'll do for now.
Suit yourself. At least I suppose it is quite warm down here. Although a bit dangerous. Between dinosaurs, undead dragons, big giant dragon turtle in the sea.
Hey, well, that is what we're here for. To deal with all of this mess.
That's very true.
Yeah, let's clear out this whole island all by ourselves.
We can do this,
That's
it's
funny. You sound all like you're already fulfilling like Maximara's dream
fine.
of uniting Jolt.
Let's become kings.
Oh boy.
Let's
No.
be honest. There's only one of us that becomes king, right?
I refuse.
Austin just looks to Margot with the most toothy grin.
I refuse with all my might. Guys, I don't
It's
know if
all
you
up to
have.
you now, Vargo.
You cannot refuse a queen. Dustin says,
who put drinks in
Dustin says theatrically, like, you cannot deny a queen. And then just chortles afterwards.
We have to make sure that we never gave them alcohol again.
What are you talking about? I'm carrying the alcohol.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Okay, good. Just making sure you remember that you're not really denying it to me as long as I'm carrying it.
I'm sure there is a spell to transmute it into water or milk. I will find it and use it.
Just give it. Just have the
I
right
have something just for the job, and I take out my chalice of sobriety.
Oh yeah, there you have it. There is a way.
Just wait for Dusty to fall asleep and some
I will.
deft
I
work
will
with
pay
your
you.
hands.
I will pay you, Bauris. Don't tempt me.
I think
Well.
he's on to us now, so.
In any case,
Bastard feigns ignorance. Or does he? It's not quite sure.
in any case, I just want to say that I feel so sorry that you have every one of you actually have so much terrible experiences in your past. But I have to say that I'm glad we found each other because I don't know, even if there's probably been there's probably has never been so many occasions where my life has been threatened before. I don't know. Seems like it's worth it somehow, and I want to thank you all for that. You make great company.
Like the same.
Yes,
It has been good.
most of you aren't that bad, really.
Most.
Even if we were to fail in the end and not accomplish anything, not see Vargo take to the throne. It's been
Alright.
fun.
It has.
Are you setting a watch for your evening?
Oh, you probably should. I'll take the first 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. I assume Lunan's going to take
Luna?
a second.
Are you there?
I'll take the second.
Okay, that's 8. And then dusted as usual.
Yeah.
All right. I need each of you to roll a perception check for me, please. So we just need Lunan to roll for us. Okay. The night gets quite cold up here in the mountains, surprisingly, as you look down and you pick out the sounds of wailing wind passing through the peaks. There are no encounters during the evening. But what you do notice, in fact, all of you on your watch, is that there is a lot of activity in the night in the Valley of Lost Honor. As you're looking down, you can see what looked like little red ants before. There are almost like little pockets of light following them around or ahead of them, almost as if they're breathing fire in the night as they're running around. But from up here, that is really all that catches your eye. The rest of the evening passes without event. And you all wake up in the morning fully rested.
Thank God.
I'm gonna start changing my spells. I might take a second.
That's okay. Right. So, you wake up in the morning and break camp, setting everything up. The 2 dwarves start shouldering all of their packs and everything, ready to set off. Right, are you ready?
As
I
ready
am.
as we will ever be. I'm ready to kill a dragon.
Me too.
Oh, right, well, that's the spirit in it. Yeah, great. You hear that here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go then. In an orderly fashion, you set off in your marching order and you head down the side of the mountain. You don't tend to kick up any rocks or anything. Hugh and Musharib help you quite a lot as you come down the side of the mountainside. Eventually, as you start nearing the bottom, you can see small patches here and there of grass and vegetation. And then up ahead, you can see at least Lunan, you notice it straight away. It's a camouflaged tent sitting under a canopy of trees. But it's only the sun that's been blazing that makes it look quite off. With your perception, though, you notice it straight away. The rest of you almost see as if the ground under the tree is floating on air. And then a flap opens to the side of the tent. And this female dwarf comes walking out, stacked with leather armor, thick leather boots. She's got metal gauntlets on. Her blonde hair is pulled and tied back, very, very tight, almost giving her a facelift. And she's got 2 axes on her belt. As she walks up. Ah! Well, if it isn't lost, husband. Ah, how fares you? Hey, I see you've brought some help. Musharib stops. I lost wife. Well, your timing can't have been better, eh? Come on then, inside. I've got a briefing. And she turns around. She heads straight into the camouflaged tent, waiting for the rest of you to follow.
Was that your...
Well, it's kind of a long story. You know, you could have asked me last night. This isn't kind of right timing, you know, me going in to meet her and all, and you knew that I was coming out.
It
mate.
just seems... You seem a bit disappointed, almost.
Well, you know, when you leave her standing at the altar and you don't follow through.
Why did you leave her standing at the altar, huh?
You know what? He's
Poor
right.
lady.
Perhaps this isn't the best time.
It's never the best time.
The Great Mountain Spirit called to me and I had to take out and follow the voice.
You could have at least told her, you know?
It's the Great Mountain Spirit, love.
Yeah, you can still tell your partner, oh, the great mountain spirit is calling me away. Do you want to come with me?
Well, look, you know, I didn't have the thought at the time. So,
Perhaps you'll have a chance at making things right with this dragon.
A chance.
aye. Let's take our break there.
Yeah.
And we'll call
Maybe.
15, shall we? 15?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Alright, we'll pick this up in 15 minutes. Awesome. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
So, in our first session, our party travelled across Jaharka Bay, agreeing to meet the rest of the ship and their passengers in Shilku, a destination that turns out is run by none other than Musharib's wife, whom, on arriving near Hrakhamar, you briefly met and found that there is uncommon ground between the two of them. Sidi Vinecutter greeted you very curtly. In fact, didn't even really talk to you, just directly to Musharib, and asked you to join her inside a camouflage tent sitting under the awning of a canopy of jungle on the edges of the mountain. As you stand staring at the canvas flap, you've discovered that Musharib, in fact, seems to have left her at the altar, and he stands there and he's like, you know, the spirit called to me.
Alright, it doesn't change what we came here to do.
Aye.
What kind of spirit, though?
The spirits of the land, laddie.
You know, like nature spirits.
Aye.
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever seen one.
Well, maybe they don't want to talk to you.
Well, there you go too.
A whole mountain spoke to Musharib. That's very impressive.
Must have been an important conversation.
I was like, you come here, and I was like, aye, okay. And I went.
I see what's going on, I think. I go to head inside the tent.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I follow.
Mm-hmm. Yelena? Lunan?
Yep.
I think we all follow.
Dustin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Alright. You all follow with Hugh in tow, Musharib sort of like pacing, and then eventually reluctantly, shite, walks inside. You enter a sparsely decorated tent on the inside. White canvas flaps on the side of the tent. It's a good 20 foot long, reaching under the canopy, and in the center is a makeshift table. And City is standing there. There's two dwarves sitting on chairs at the far end. Both of them albino dwarves as well, and they clock you as you walk in, and then just incline their heads for a little nod. And on the table you can see is a piece of parchment which is a map of the Kobold Mountains and the area that you're currently in, which vaguely resembles your own sort of map. Right. Come on then, don't be shy. As City beckons you over. She points to the spot in the map, which is Hrakhamar. So, from our recent scout of the mine, the fire newts are all inside the forge. They're crafting something. Laz and Melka didn't make it back, I'm afraid. And she looks to Musharib, who is almost in a state of shock, as Siddhi then continues. Well, we haven't been able to get eyes on, but they've been going at it for 10 days straight. Lost husband. She turns to Musharib. We need you to gain control of our mine. We need to do it quickly. So, the rest of you up for a bit of a challenge, perhaps?
That's what we signed up for, I believe.
Yeah, that's what we came here. Don't worry.
It sounds like you've got a bit of a plan brewing.
Mm-hmm. We're not going to back out now.
Ah, right. Well, we know the fire newts haven't figured out how to open the vault yet, because the bridge is still extended. One of my scouts also found the lower key in one of the tunnels, so chances are the Gauntlet is still inside the vault. In which case, this will be a quick snatch and grab, if you like. A kind of a heist on the run. And what we need you to do, get the Gauntlet, and then we need you to draw out the fire newts away from the forge while we run in. We clear out the remainders and block the tunnel so they cannot return.
Alright, so we go in quietly while you deal with the rest.
Aye.
Actually, it might be a little late to ask, but what is the nature of this gauntlet? Is it just a symbolic thing, or has it actual purpose?
Aye, the owner of the Gauntlet leads a tribe of dwarves. It's our family heirloom. It's a dwarven artifact.
Will that include you as well?
Well, Musharib is really the one that's in line to be wearing the gauntlet, but he keeps running away from his bloody duties.
Yeah, we can see that.
Isn't that right, Lost Husband? You'd rather be traipsing around in the jungle like, eh? Playing at adventuring when you need to be winning back your gauntlet.
I did tell him that he should have taken you to the mountain with him, but I didn't really get an answer as to why he didn't.
Well, 'cause he's shy. That's why.
I think you're shy too, really. You know, you need to work on that part of your personality.
Oi! You dwarf! Shut it! One of the other chaps from the back end of the room, Hugh looks at him and he's like, oh.
Just you wait, mate. Just you wait till I get mad. Go on.
I've seen it, it's not pretty.
Oi! You two! So these, cut that out, you know Hugh! Come on! Boys. Right, so, like I was saying, we cannot afford to let these fine newts use our fudge to make something for somebody else. I don't know what they're playing at, but they've been working night and day for near on 2 weeks. Musharib slaps his knees and he stands up and, right, yeah, last wife. Fire newts, working forges, pirates in league with a duke, and a death curse that's been ravaging our lands, you know, what next?
Well, you forgot the evil Hrakhamar invading Kirsabal, the queen. Him over there could be the king.
Both Sidi and Musharib stop and just stare at Hugh, and as he looks at them, he slowly shuts up and sits down. Right, so one thing at a time then, yeah? So the plan is for you to sneak into the tunnels to the east of the entrance. Go inside, follow the eastern passageway around till the northeast. There's a secret door inside one of the pathways. You go through the door and to the balcony, and from there it's only a 15-foot jump across the lava onto the bridge.
Across the lava.
Hey,
Right.
look, not to worry. Bonson and Beeson over there in the corner, and she points to two dwarves at the back. They'll join yous. They're our best climbers. You'll be fine, mate. Hey, and once you get across the gap, you let them do their jobs. Because they need to head off and find Laz and Melkar. And yous can take this key here and open the vault, grab the gauntlet, and then head straight out through the forge, drawing off as many of these Farron newts as you can. And once you get to the other side of the mine in the tunnels, I'll be having a contingent of dwarves who will take care of any of those that are following yous, and we'll take them on pincer like. And once you clear out the tunnels, once you're clear away from the forge, we'll go in and we'll seal those tunnels shut so none can get back. And Musharib, husband, counting on you to keep the gauntlet safe.
We'll make sure he does.
Right, well,
Well, we're here at least.
best of luck to all of yous then. Bonson, Beeson, lads, sharp like. Take him to the main entrance. Right, you off, Susie. Alright. The two dwarves jump up from the back and they make their way through to the tent flap and nod and walk out as Hugh, and then Musharib lingers before looking at his wife and gives her a nod and heads straight out.
Well then, let's get going.
Yeah, time is of the essence.
Actually, Vago, these fire newts, are they... Well, if they're building something, are they even vaguely competent in smithing and all that?
I mean, I can manage myself a little bit, yeah.
No, I meant the fire newts. Are they even competent at smithing? Like, I've never heard of fire newt artifacts or anything like that.
I can take a look in the Baldur's Guide. I don't know if they will appear there, but might be a possibility.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll then.
Alrighty. 14?
Ah, 14, indeed. Fire newts do appear in Volo's guide. Number 1, I'll send an image to the game log.
Perfect.
Oh, alright.
Right.
That's actually horrifying.
A fire newt
Yeah.
is the guide informs you it's a medium elemental creature. And it's amphibious. As an elemental creature of fire, one can assume that it is immune to fire. Hence the reason why so many would appear inside a volcanic mountain.
Anything about their capabilities? Something related to forging or magical items?
So there is a passage in here that Volo speaks of where he has heard legend tell of fire newts that ride giant riders, which are like fire dinosaurs, into battle, and if they have an intelligence that allows them to make tactical combat decisions and ride other beasts, there may be an ability that some of them understand how to smelt or shape it. I mean, they do carry their own weapons, so who would be able to smelt
Alright.
for them?
Yeah, I will convey that information. It's important. Yeah, they even make their own weapons, so...
Probably a lack of trade that is the reason that you haven't heard of them, I guess. They don't seem like the sharing kind.
I don't believe so, no.
I don't want to say it in the accent, but the city lets you know that up until 100 years ago, before the volcanoes became active, this place was once a thriving dwarven community settlement. And the lava forced them out of their homes, along with the arrival of a dragon. And the fire newts have been residing, trying to spark up the forge for many years. And recently it seems that they've come to a breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So the volcanic activity started before the dragon arrived.
Yeah, about 100 years ago the volcanoes began to erupt, driving the dwarves from their homes. Then fire newts and other elemental fire creatures and dwelling creatures slowly began creeping closer, and they couldn't hold their homes and they were forced out. The Valley of Lost Honor is rife with them. In fact, roll a history check for anyone who's interested.
Watch and weep.
Oh, Fargo, easy. Alright, so roughly, Vargo, you could relate this quite simply. You know that the volcanoes around here erupt quite often. In fact, about 70 years ago, after the volcanoes erupted, Shulku was actually a thriving town that was covered in lava. And the volcano erupted both sides, with some of the magma spilling off into the Valley of Lost Honor. What happened is, any communities inside there got encased in lava, and then the Fire Newts came in, and they just started carving their own homes out of the dried lava fields, not really caring for anything that was buried inside there. So the Valley of Lost Honor is definitely a place where you can see the corpses of the Ashuri peoples who were slain there, sticking out of the rock at various places.
Oh my god.
Shulku Bay has been re-inhabited by the dwarves, the albino dwarven clan, the Vine Cutters. Almost like Pompeii, with the lava covering everything. They went in and then they re-tried to open some of the mines, and it was the Wormheart mine where Hugh was a part of the mission that went in to try and clear it out, and he was the only survivor. And that was about 40 years ago.
Alright. I say this information to the party. Yeah, there is high stakes here in Hrakhamar. We can do a lot of good for these people.
Seems like it.
You're laughing at the burping in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Stealthy, those doors.
Which doors?
The dwarves that
Oh, yeah.
went first. They are stealthy, yeah.
So, you're all still
Alrighty.
standing in the cavern, in the tent, sorry.
Currently, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't quite catch what was the first step of our plan.
Hey, well, Bonson is gonna lead you to the main, and then you're gonna sneak in, round the right-hand side, jump over the lava, grab the gauntlet, run out through the forge, you know, drawing off all of the fire newts, and then we'll come in and mop everyone up.
Alright. Yeah. Good enough, so let's do it.
Great, okay, well, see you on the other side then. Go on, out my
Is
tent.
there, is there anything you guys want to do before we go in?
Stand in the tent awkwardly for another 10 seconds.
You okay? You have a stare off.
Let's see. Ooh. What a waste.
Oh. You manage to stare her down for a good 30 seconds before she breaks. Okay, puts a hand in front of her eyes to kind of like stop looking at you. She's like, just go on, would you please?
I leave.
Okay. I take it you all make your way down the mountainside with the two dwarves. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dusted has already started wandering off. Okay. The two dwarves lead you down through a little mountain pass, and then they get to a set of stairs which are carved into the rock. And at the base of the rock you can see what looks like a 15-foot round open area. And they lead you down onto this landing, and carved into the side of the mountain is the entrance. with me. Let me turn off this in music. Okay, they lead you down 30 feet into the mining tunnel, and it almost comes in like a very long left-hand bend as you get down furthermore and to a set of carved stairs. 15-20 feet in the distance, you can see rail tracks leading left and right, and the only person who is unable to see in the dark is Vargo. My apologies.
Oh, do not worry about that. Vargo cast Dark Vision on himself.
Okay. As you all slowly move in, the light fading behind you and your dark vision kicks in, you can see ahead of you is a set of tracks, rail tracks, leading east, west, and north, sorry. Two tunnels leading off on the west side and one tunnel leading off on the east side. How do you all wish to proceed? And feel free to move up your marching order. These are the two dwarves. Bunsen
Do
and
you
Vincent.
know? Do you know which way we are supposed to go? Where the newts are?
Well, you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. We've got to turn right up ahead.
Okay then. I suppose we should get on with it, huh? It is time to kill some things.
That's not really the point of our mission right now.
What, we can't kill them? Do you want them running around alive?
Look, guys, it's going to happen.
One way to annoy something is by killing its friends.
Right.
That's the point.
And then they will follow us to try and kill us. And then we can lead them into a trap.
Okay, after you, my lady.
But you know the way.
Up ahead to the right, was it? And then Dustin just
Right.
Clever. Yeah, up ahead to the right. So let me. Whoopsie.
Luna will walk a couple of steps in this direction and listen if you can hear anything coming from those directions.
Okay, roll a perception check for me, please.
Waiting for the sheet to load. It's always so slow.
Okay, as you slowly make your way down onto the tracks, the smell of smoke, sulfur, and phosphorus
My God.
assaults your nostrils and your senses. Lunan, a perception check from where you are. As you look down through, your vision is almost spoiled as there is a massive pool of lava below you. I'm going to do from there. Yeah, so you can see up to about there. The light up ahead almost shines as it brightens up the cavern in front of you. It is large. A cavern of molten magma bubbles and flames shoot up from below from where you can see. Some of the walls that you can see on the inside are lined with metal gantries and cranes. Things that appear to be supporting immense crucibles in the ceiling as molten metal moves backwards and forwards in multi-ton buckets across the ceiling, heading into the distance. The heat almost takes your breath away as it hits you and brings water to your eyes, and you can feel the hairs on your skin start to stand up as your pores open and you instantly begin to sweat. From where you stand, you can see the railway tracks running across the cavern to the north. That's about it. The magma, by the way, is 10 feet below the tracks.
Oh boy. Bargo pulls out some water uh, and drenches his hair and his face. This is gonna be uncomfortable.
Good thing you're not wearing full plate mail.
Mm.
Right.
Well, at least Zelina has that fire ring, so she should be comfortable.
This is very true, which also means I can go up against the big dragon.
There you
No
Yeah.
problem.
Tag team him.
Exactly.
Tip of the spear.
Me and you get the dragon, yes? Very good.
Okay.
Depending on how long we expect this to last, I could also help one more person deal with heat a bit better.
That will prove useful later. Let's hope we don't have to use that.
Dustin is looking around as he's moving into this sort of like
Into the area.
hallway.
Okay. How are you moving? Are you just walking along, or are you going?
Dustin is having one hand on the right side wall, and sort of leaning, so he doesn't just walk like saunters around. So he doesn't extend himself more than an arm's length away from the wall when he's looking around.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there is supposed fire newts in here.
Let's get stealth checks for anyone who's being stealthy then, shall we?
Alright.
Alright. Mine's at disadvantage. Let's see.
I did very well.
I rolled a natural 20 and then a 10. Well,
That's unlucky.
what can I do?
Oh, that's Hugh. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm rolling well today.
Hugh and Musharib. Okay, so we've got Valrus with a 10, Yolena with a 9, Vargo with a 12. Can someone roll for Hugh and Musharib, please?
I'll roll for Hugh.
I roll for Musharif. What is their modifier?
+1. And then can two other people roll for Bonson and Beeson?
Musharif has 18.
18.
Sponson. Ooh.
I
18
find their
plus
names
whatever they have.
disconcerting because it's flammable substances.
Yolena, can you roll for Beeson?
Yeah. 17.
Okay. Right, so, Lunan, where in the map are you exactly? There. Okay. As you all go moving around and to the right, the view in front of you seems to open a little bit more. Dusted, as you pass by the corridor, you too can see go. Okay. As you get to that point, then Bonson and Beeson move past. Come on, this way. You can see they're trying to be as stealthy as possible as they're crouching from gap to gap, and then they leap across the open part, and then slowly move down.
Something down there?
Dusted follows these two sort of faithfully.
Do you want to take a look, Vargo?
From where I am, is that what I see?
Correct.
Alright, then no. I will follow.
Okay. The light from the lava on the outside almost cancels out your dark vision, so you would have to go into the nook and cranny. Alright. Hugh and Musharib will also move in, and they'll stand over there.
Maybe we have a party of dwarves.
It feels great, doesn't it? Yeah.
As you move slowly further into the chamber and down the path, a sound of hammering, making noise constantly, ding, ding, sort of reaches your ears just at the height, just so you can hear it. And as you move further away, it begins to grow fainter, and then it stops. It sounds like a working smelter somewhere inside. Bonson moves further towards the end. And then Beeson kneels down on the ground next to him as he stands on his tiptoes, and they both together at the same time push into the stone.
Like, as in disappears into it?
It opens a small pathway in the stone through to the other side. And he squeezes through and moves in to there.
Oh boy.
Dusted just follows suit.
Okay. It's
I
just,
hope I knew how to reduce myself.
it's just up ahead. Go on. And they step aside to let you go first. Let me just...
Dusted, please, go on. I have your tail in front of me.
I mean, as long as you keep that close to my back, I will continue to have my tail up your face. You really have something against my fur, don't you?
Only when it's right in front of my face. There you go.
Is there anything more visible upstairs or in front of Dustin and Rago? Or
Yeah. There is. As you get to that point, Dusted, the rest of you, the reek of sulfur and burning flesh almost assaults your nose as soon as you get into that little hooked passageway opposite the balcony where the dwarves are standing. When Dusted, Vargo, and Valrus, you can hear a voice coming from up ahead, but you can't quite make out. But it's raspy, and it almost puts the hairs on the back of your neck to stick up.
Do I recognize the language they're speaking?
You can't quite make out. Your passive perception isn't high enough to make out the words or the language. You would need to move closer.
Alright. Seems we got them in the middle of something.
Can we identify if it's coming from the north or to the right of us?
Roll a perception check for me.
Thank you.
Dusted perception 22. It's coming from the right, and as you creep a little bit closer, you can now hear it is speaking in common. This creation will serve my master well. I will contact you again soon, in the coming days, after my helpers test this new device. Something replies. You don't understand. It sounds like language, but it's not something that you know what it is, Dusted. Spare me the details of your pathetic religion. I gave your warlocks the reagents they would need for Mount Todra, and for your services, not your gospel. I take my leave. And then a flash poof, lights up the chamber just ahead of you. And you know the conversation ended. Lunan, your passive perception allows you to hear something, whispers, but you don't recognize anything unless you move 10 feet closer.
It's a bit tight, so I think Lunan stays back but tries to see what's going on.
You notice that Dusted is trying to listen in on something, and that's about it. Vargo and Valrus, you've heard a little bit of that too.
We have to stay. We have to keep going.
So whatever they're making it for someone else. Dustin's going to try to pass without being seen across the hallway.
Alright, roll a stealth check for me.
Oh dear.
What did you get last time? An 11 as well?
No, last time I got a
24.
24.
Okay. You move
I mean,
across.
he moves regardless, obviously.
You move across the corridor. Roll a perception check for me, please. Alright, Vargo, are you trying to stealth across the corridor as well?
Yeah, I'm following Dusted steps.
Roll a stealth
Do-
check for me, please.
Alright, that's a disadvantage. 10.
Okay. And a perception check for me. Lunan, as you get to where you are, you notice almost immediately. Two dwarves, bound and gagged, tied up at the end of a cavern. From the side, there is almost something in your vision. You can't quite see what it is, but there's something that the dwarves are cowering from in the room with them. Fargo, you see the same thing as you're passing across.
Stop. Oi, Hugh, or anyone actually, do you happen to know these people?
Lunan holds up his hand, doing the motion to be quiet. Or even puts his hand on Vargo's mouth.
All right. As you do so, you all of a sudden realize what's been bothering you. 2 fire newts are standing on the inside of the cavern walls, staring at the 2 dwarves.
Why did I remove the silence spell?
Because you would have to move it all repeatedly.
Vargo, you rolled a 10 on your stealth, as did you, Dusted. The dwarves have spotted both of you moving past them, and as you're standing there, Vargo, you can almost see one of the dwarves trying to blink at you.
The question is, do I realize what they are trying to say to me?
Yeah, you notice it quite quickly, although he's blinking a couple of times. Definitely some sort of a signal.
Mm.
He's trying to tell you something, but you don't understand blink.
Yeah. Should I roll insight or something?
Go on then, roll an insight check for me. I'll give you advantage because you got a 23 on your perception as well.
Same thing. 15.
Okay. It's some sort of like a Morse code, and he's almost blinking at you twice, nodding twice, and then bouncing his head left and right, almost as if to say there's 2 here, 1 either side.
All right.
Lunan is waving at Jarlina to step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the newts, or at least one of them, right?
Correct.
Newts inside. You want to take care of them? But we have to do it quietly if we are gonna do it.
Are we ready?
I also try to get Busted's attention if I don't already have it.
I mean, Dustin has definitely stopped after being told to stop, so he's just looking in the
I
direction of Argo.
cast message so I can whisper to him without anyone else hearing.
Mm-hmm.
2 mutes inside here, keeping hostages. We need to free them. You can reply.
Dustin just replies, how many?
2.
Okay.
Bargo moves north to make up a space
Mm-hmm.
for whoever wants to go in first.
Yavelin will move up, and as she does, she'll cast Divine Favor on herself.
Okay. Is that verbal?
Oh, no, it is.
It has to be.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, never mind. No,
Can
she'll.
make a stealth check.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, she's gonna try and do it very quietly, but I don't have much faith.
Let me just remind you, you have to beat their passive perception.
Yes.
Okay.
Stealth then?
Stealth.
Oh, not too
Okay.
sure about that one.
Okay. So, as you quietly attempt to cast Divine Favor on yourself, your spell goes off without a hitch.
Mhm.
You don't see any movement up ahead.
Okay. Nothing else happens. She'll look to the others and then point forward. And then if they nod, she will start moving forward.
Luna nods.
Yep.
Moradin nods as well. Yeah.
Ready to move in after.
So,
And
sorry, who's going straight after Yelena?
Dustin is probably going to push his way past Largo the second Jalena starts moving.
Okay. So we've got Yelena at point, followed by Dusted,
And Luna will follow Dusted.
and then Lunan. And then Vargo and Valrus. Okay.
Yes.
How are you moving into the room? Are you gonna from there, Yelena? I'll say you've used 5 feet of your movement. You've got, if you're sneaking, half your movement.
okay.
As you move into the room.
Oh no! Why is there more? What on earth is that?
Shadow creature.
Oh.
It is no, it is not. They don't have a picture for it, but it is also a fire newt. Only this one doesn't carry a sword and shield like the others.
Mm, is
He
it?
is carrying a morning star in his hand, no shield, and he's got he's got like small bands on his arm, like braces and stuff, that look fancy.
Does he look like he might cast any kind of spell?
While you roll a insight check,
Sight.
yeah, or investigation.
Oh, nah, insight's better, but
You've never really seen this guy before. Compared to the other two, they look like they're wearing almost armored breastplates and carry shields. If you were to class somebody as a spellcaster, you wouldn't expect them to be able to wear armor.
Mhm.
From your experience.
Okay. She as she spots this and she's gonna move to the left anyway. She will raise 2 fingers behind her and then point to her left where the 2 are to say that there's 2 are that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just so they know.
Okay.
And then she will quickly let's go 10, 20, yeah, I think she can. She'll swivel around here and attempt, if she can, to hit that newt in the corner.
Yep. You can. You can get your full all your attacks if you get multiple. Because I'm giving you this as a round of surprise on anyone who's got enough movement to get into the door. Into the chamber.
Okay. Is that with advantage then?
Mm-hmm.
No way. Hell yeah. 16.
A 16 hits.
Oh, good. That's a 10, and then the divine favor adds a 1d4. And then she'll try another hit on. If he's not dead, she'll try another hit.
He's not
That
dead.
was supposed to be with advantage. Oops. Oh,
Yeah.
2 18s.
Yeah, that hits.
10, and then another 4. So that's a total of 26 points of damage, with 6 of it being radiant.
Okay. I will. As you move into the room, your short sword swings and cleaves, and when it passes through the fire newt's body, little bits of molten lava, almost like flame for blood, spew out the side. Before it knows what is going on, and it raises its lizard-like head to look at you, take it on a backswing, and you chop it down right in front of you. A small puff of moist heat escapes it as it crumbles to the ground.
God. Then she'll just brandish her sword at the other one, the one that's dressed differently, and that will be her turn.
Okay, Dusted.
Dustin has used feline agility, so he can actually move his full speed even though he's sneaking.
Mm-hmm.
So he will move here, brandishing his 2 daggers, one from the bandolier and the other dagger he found.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna stab this one.
The fire newt.
To the south, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it with advantage?
Yes, you're sneaking. You get advantage on both your attacks.
So that's 20.
That
30,
hits.
20.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And another attack with the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 21.
Nice. That hits as well.
For 11 damage. And then the offhand dagger.
Mm-hmm.
With the bonus action. This is a 20, did 20, and 6 damage. So a total of 25 damage.
Alright, as you move through the room, stabbing it once, the first stab doesn't do as much damage as you'd hoped. The knife just slides out the side, so you stab him again in the same spot and you gouge through. And with the follow-up, as it looks down to see what's going on, you just stick the third dagger under its chin, and it almost slowly falls into your arms as it slithers down to the ground. Lunan.
One thing, I just take a final step of movement unless anyone will object to me standing here. I doubt it. And that's... No, wait, I can stand here and do the same. Never mind.
Okay. Lunan.
Lunan moves up and sees the thing. Does he get the same feeling as Yarlena?
Yes.
Looking at the creature? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The first thing that comes to his mind is to tell it to grovel, so he casts command.
Oh.
And hopefully it knows common. So it will fall prone and end its turn when it's its turn.
No save.
Provided,
It's a save, wisdom,
Wisdom 16.
I believe. Yeah,
and
wisdom
provided,
16.
and provided it speaks common, I guess.
Yeah. But
Okay.
no,
I
it's
rolled
fine.
an 18.
Unless he has negative wisdom, he's fine.
Anything else?
I might walk to there.
Okay.
Now,
Valrus and Vargo, were you intending to go into the room?
That will be the idea, yeah.
You're sneaking, so you'll get to use half your movement. Or are you not going to sneak in?
I don't think. I mean, did Jarlena, Dusted, and Lunan went already, right?
Yeah, they did. They went stealthily in. As you were watching them, 2 bodies dropped from either side of the corridor, or where they entered into. And then you heard
All right,
Lunan say
I-
grovel.
what I believe Barg will do is stay where he's at the moment, not do anything.
Seeing them handle the situation, he's gonna just move over here, keep an eye out on what's going on, and cast Mage Armor.
Okay. In which case, then everyone roll initiative.
You may need to clear the combat tracker. There it is.
Yeah, I didn't clear it from last time, did it? Did I? There we go. Sorry. If you've already rolled and you want to roll again, do it.
Mine is bugging, so we will see if I get the result from it. There it came. 5.
There we go. And Yelena?
I got a 7.
Well, just roll again.
Yeah, we need to add to the combat tracker.
Oh,
Because
did it not?
it was cleaned, yeah.
Oh,
cleaned
damn it! I rolled a 19 that time.
Yeah, you can. You're in the front. You can keep it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Can I keep my 20?
Yes. Yeah, you can keep your first roll. I don't mind. It's one person. It's literally Foster's finger first now. Who's gonna do the most damage in like 3 seconds?
If we are going first roll, mine was an 18. If you can change it for me.
Fargo, you can keep your 23, but you're at the back, so you're first.
Alrighty. If I move here, what do I see exactly?
Right, as you move into the corridor, it's quite dark in here. Your dark vision kicks in, and looking either side, you see the 2 fallen bodies of these little fire lizard guys in the corners. There is another fire lizard person in the northeast corner who has just realized that his comrades have been slaughtered. In front of Dusted on the floor are 2 beaten dwarves, gagged and bound.
Alright. I think I will move and start unbinding, liberating the dwarves.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Of course that's okay. So that brings us to Yelena.
She's just gonna stab him. I'm just wondering if I should move over so one of the others, but I don't think anyone else needs to be melee. So yeah, she'll stay there and she will attempt to stab this weird looking, well, different looking one.
Mm-hmm. Do your worst.
It's a 21.
21 hits.
And with a 16, and then she'll try again. 23.
23 hits.
14 plus 16, 30.
30
Points.
points of damage as you step closer, pulling your sword out of the corpse below your feet. You cleave through it once, and its eyes open in shock as it raises its hand and the Morning Star at the same time. And as it opens up its chest to try and swipe at you, you just plunge your sword straight into it, twist and pull it out, and it drops to the ground.
Oh my god. I almost feel bad.
Vanquished. You look around.
For more.
That brings us to the end of combat.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I killed it too fast. I should have had my 3. My 7 even.
I pretty much entered and the job was done, so yeah. Yep. Good job.
As you're busy congratulating Yelena on a good job, Bonson comes running in. Lads! Malka! Oh dear God! Quick! Lads! Help me out here! Hugh and Musharib come running in as well, as you realise these are the 2 dwarves that went missing 10 days ago. Oh, just some water. Dwarves grab their
Yeah,
hands.
right away.
Yep. Oh, boys. Oh, thank God you found us when you did. I don't think I could have taken any more of it. They're building a device in the forge. Don't worry, lad. Don't worry. We know. We're gonna sort that out. All right, Bonson. You stay with him. Come on. The rest of you, we got a job to do. Bonson will take care of them. And Beeson moves out and follows the track further around the tunnel. Sorry. Do the rest of you go?
Dusted is on the heels of Benson.
Alright, Hugh and Musharib come as well after Musharib spends a spell slot to heal both of the dwarves as well. Lunan? Yeah, there we go.
Following.
Alright. As you follow Bonson around, Ethan, he leads you out onto a square balcony. And looking out, you can actually then take in I'm going to call it the majesty of the mines here in Hrakhamar. And you notice, guess you'll, there we go. <clears throat> 15 feet away from the balcony in front of him stands a bridge. It's suspended above the lava, but not very much, 10 feet high. Any slip would surely melt your skin and bones in the lava immediately. The bridge extends from one end of the cavern to the other. The vault is just ahead of us on the right-hand side. So, I'll get you across. But the rest of the job is up to you while I take my brothers out the mine and join Sithie. You all good with that?
Understood.
Yeah,
That is
it's
fine.
fine.
It means we can kill more of them.
Okay, give me a couple of minutes to set up my rigs. Takes off his backpack and he pulls out a couple of pulleys and some pittons and he pulls out some ropes. Starts winding it around the balcony on the bottom and then gently pushes in some pittons into the gaps on the side of the cavern face over here. And then with one hand on the piton, he leaps and swings out into the middle, clamps onto one of the jutting posts sticking out from the rock, swings around and almost does a backward somersault onto the balcony on the side. Moves one step forward over there and grabs the rope and starts tying it off on the side and almost begins to create a small walking rope bridge going across. I will need you to roll athletics for me if you're intending to cross.
Alright.
Alright.
Dusted is hot on the heels after that display. Very impressed.
Okay.
Luna will bless people, or what's it called? This guidance.
Guidance.
Oh boy. So guidance is advantage.
No, that's
So-
plus.
No,
Eh.
no, it's a plus 1d4.
Plus 1d4. I can never remember.
Dusted, you managed to make it over, no problem at all.
Oh, thank God.
Yelena, you go. Actually, Valrus, did you go straight after
Yeah.
with the 12? Yep, you managed to make it
Well,
over.
if with the guidance, it would be 16 as well.
Okay. No problem. You managed to do a little pirouette off the edge of the bridge when you get there.
Yes.
Well done.
Yelena, you don't have any problem crossing it. Quite as flamboyant, in fact. Just a little bit OTT for Dusted's liking.
He's very
Oh,
excited.
Go on, Fargo.
yeah. Good job, guys.
Don't worry,
Alright.
Vargo. I will catch you if you fall.
Fargo decides to
Just
instead.
missed this step across.
So Luna
Thank
just
you so much. Thank you so much, Carolina, for the offering.
just as Lunan is about to put his hand on his shoulder and give him the guidance that he sorely thought he would need, he just disappears.
Basically.
Puff of smoke, and you're standing on the balcony looking out, and he appears on the other side.
So Lunan guides himself and then gets him. We'll see what it lands on. I'm rolling crap.
Oh no.
So let's see what the 1d4 does.
Oh no.
Oh no! 8 total.
8. As you
Grab
do
him, someone.
climb up onto the rock, and your foot slips and drops through. And as it does,
I
I need you to roll.
will. I would like to cast Featherfall as a reaction.
Okay. As you do, Lunan, your foot is about to get caught, dangled in the 2 ropes. You see Bonson on the other side almost leap off. Beeson, sorry. Almost about to leap off, and as he is, Vargo's fingers just move. And almost instantaneously. Don't you have to fall a few feet? Yeah, no, nothing happens, is it?
I guess it slows the descent
Hmm.
to 60 foot.
My intention is to give him more time to react as I slow his fall.
In which case, I'll give you advantage on your dex check for me, please, Lunan.
Okay. And Dex check. Yeah. Advantage and roll. They are rolling so slow motion. And they go 117 and roll over to a 10.
Okay.
20.
With the 12, just as your foot is about to be trapped and knocked out, you manage to lean over with your hand to stop it moving away and push your body weight onto the cavern wall. As you steady yourself, I'm okay. You look up and you're like confident, okay, slowly, 1 foot. Come on, one foot in front of the other. Don't look down. You got this.
Yeah, come on, you've got this, mate.
I'm moving on.
You slowly manage to make your way across to the other side. Close call. Who wants to roll for Musharib?
I already took responsibility for one of our guides' misfortunes. I'm not taking another.
There you go.
17. Okay, that's pretty good. As he goes flying across, he makes it over no problem. And what about Hugh?
Should we get rid of him? Should I roll?
Sure. That's the spirit.
Yeah. Bye.
A 3.
For
Okay.
fuck's sake.
Oh boy. Someone roll a dex check for me, please.
That's not
Please,
gonna do it.
can I cast Featherfall again?
Although, mind you, yeah, he's. Let someone roll a dex check for me first.
Uh,
Does anyone roll?
No, no one is. Okay, I'll do it then.
Okay.
I
I
wanted to
thought
share.
Lilin did it.
No, I said I wanted to share the honor of murdering him in case that's what our dice were about to do,
All
or
right.
gave away the
Okay.
chance of saving him.
He slips after Lunan's roll, and as he does, he starts to wobble. And he leans down and manages to right himself with a rope. And as he tries to do the same thing with Lunan leaning his arm out, he realizes too late his arm is gone. And you see him just headbutt the rock face to stop him from falling forward. Gravel and crumbles down from the side of the rock as he's like, "Oh, I'm okay. I've got this. Don't you worry. Oh, no. No one needs to give me a hand. I've got one."
You want me to throw a rope for you?
Oi. Alright, I can do it.
Okie dokie.
And he slowly slides his head along the rock faces, then he moves one foot, then the other, and pulls himself with his hand and slides his head along the rock face. 3 minutes later, Hugh manages to make it across, slightly bleeding from his forehead.
See, I made it. Alright.
Right, okay. Beeson looks around at all of you and he's like, well, good luck. And we'll see you on the other side of the mine. Effortlessly swings across, unhitches all of his ropes, his pittons, and then without a trace, he's gone. Right.
Alrighty.
You're standing on a dwarven-made bridge, made of stone, very sturdy, 5 foot wide, on a corridor that's about 80 to 100 foot long. On either ends, you see a door. On the far end, Musharib points. That's the way to the forge. That is our way out. The door near dusted. Now, that is the door to the vault. So, who's got the key?
Which key?
His missus gave us a key. I think she was talking to you, Vargo, or Valvis.
Get the key.
So I suspect one of you has it, else we're kind of stuck here.
Oh yeah, the key. Yeah, I have it. It's here. It's here. Look.
Yep, and indeed Vargo does have it. As you turn around, take a look at them. Ahead of you, is Hugh stands in a side chamber. It looks like a bit of a waiting room. But ahead of you, 2 suits of dwarven half-plate armor stand on either side of an adamantine banded door. The door is mainly iron. The suits of armor on either side, beautiful ones, are now scarred by weapons and scorched by fire and smeared with filth. Looking at the door, you can notice that it's got 2 locks, one above the other.
Hmm.
So the missus said that key was the lower one. What about the upper key?
We don't have it.
Ah,
Are any of you good with locks?
A little bit.
Right, well, what we standing around for?
Alright. Let me. This. Thank you. Alright, so Bargo will pull out his thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm.
And alright, this one is important. And he says as he guides himself.
Okay.
So what do I roll, DM? You tell me.
D20, you're proficient in Thieves' Tools, so you add your proficiency plus your dex plus your guidance.
Alright, so dexterity check plus 2 plus guidance. So that's 13 plus. Oof, not good. 14 total.
14.
No, 15. Your +3 proficiency.
Oh, right, you're right. 15.
Okay. F15 is what you need.
Ah, Jesus.
So, with that, as you start playing around, just as you're about to give up, you hear the locks click either side. And then Musharib snatches the key, slides it into the other one, and unlocks it as well. Okay.
Alright, sorry. That took a while. Oh boy.
What do you do?
Now you open the door.
Okay. Where are the rest of you standing?
Dustin has just retreated in here with Hugh.
Yelena will stand in front of Varus. A bit closer. Oh, no, they don't can go. Okay.
Alright. I see how it is. I enter.
do you want to swap? Oh, is it over? I thought the door was about to open. We all
The
get
door's
murdered.
open.
Oh, okay.
Bargo is gonna start casting ritually detect magic. DM.
Okay. I also want you to roll a perception check, please, and Yelena.
Oh, okay. Bad. 4. I mean 8 total.
Okay.
Not much better.
Yelena, the most obvious thing that you notice is where the corridor outside looked as if someone had set a fireball off.
Hmm.
In here, as you enter, you can almost taste the stale air. You can almost see the dust sitting on everything inside this room as if it has gone 50 years untouched. There are some cobwebs that you spot in the corners of the ceiling as your dark vision kicks in. You can see all these bits and pieces. Vargo, you notice dust on stuff. It looks like this room has remained unchecked, but how long it takes to gather this much dust, you have no idea. So instead you decide to cast Detect Magic. Right. As you step into this 40-foot square cubed room, two of the far walls are lined with bookcases or shelves. There are two chests in the room, and there is a massive bronze-covered table sitting on the corner. On each of the shelves in the room are small wooden boxes or crates. Each of them are filled with stone, rocks, bits of chunky metal. All of the shelves are just lined up in front of you. Grey iron colors and some sort of like silver shining colors. On one of the other walls, all of a sudden it makes sense. What you can see are chunks of gold sitting in boxes. Rough stoned gold that have come out from the earth. The 2 chests are locked, and then on the bronze table there is a small open box. And inside it is open. You can see there is a gauntlet that is resting inside, which all of a sudden, Vargo, for you shines with alteration magic and conjuration magic. It is a single
All right.
golden gauntlet.
There's no doubt that will be the one.
Right. We better make sure it's the real thing. And Musharib steps up to it and thrusts his hand into the gauntlet. He holds it up. Looks real enough. Well, if this is the right thing, I'm gonna have to attune to it first.
That's fine. We have the time. I think.
Well,
Musharib, do you mind if I take a look at these books?
the books. What are you taking a look at, Vargo?
You mentioned shelves filled with books.
I know they were filled with boxes when they're wooden boxes.
Yes.
Oh, boxes. All right. I understand, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. Who else would be used to dwarven culture? Immediately. I mean, yeah, they've crates and crates of rocks and stones. You've seen them in blacksmithing areas, you know. Quiff had some when you went to see him in Kirsabal, so you recognize this is like you've seen it before in a blacksmith, a forge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to recognize the minerals for what they are. Except the gold.
Yeah, that stands out. Anything else magical that seems to be in the room apart from the gauntlet?
Nothing else magical, no. Not even
All
peeking
right.
through. Not even peeking through the chests, the locked chests. Nothing.
Alrighty. Neither the suits of armor, right?
Nope, neither them.
Alright, I feel safe now.
Okay, right. Well, suppose we'd better treat that diversion then, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm. Got to say, that was easier than I thought it would be.
As Dusted heads across the balcony.
With what he has seen from people trying to get across, even with the wooden with the rope bridge, he doesn't particularly feel comfortable going that way back.
Okay. Are you all following Dusted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dusted, you make your way across the bridge, and as you get to the other side, the cool steps of the rock in front of you almost seem to suck the heat away from your body as you walk down this really cleanly, perfectly straight cut corridor towards the end where there is a closed door. Roll a perception check for me, please.
21.
Okay. The glow from the lava behind you fills the corridor with light, but not bright, too bright that you can't see steam rising from below the door and more light shining through. As you get closer to the door, you can feel the heat again coming from the other side. And then the sound of hammering starts to grow louder. Dang! Dang! Dang!
What's the matter, Dusted?
Dustin looks at the door. What material is the door? Is it stone or metal?
It is metal.
Yeah. He's not going to take any chances. And instead of just grabbing a handle, he will sort of like lean down with his shoulder on it if he can, if it's a door handle, so he can open it without sort of like just grabbing onto it with his
Okay.
hand and possibly burning himself.
Yeah, I mean, you lean your shoulder to it. It's not that the door itself is hot, it's that there is heat coming through the door from the other side.
Oh dear.
The door isn't too hot to touch, if that's what you think.
Oh yeah, okay. That was kind of his worry.
No. No worries there at all.
Right, so distraction. No rushing. So.
You
And
do. Oops,
Dust
sorry,
is just gonna swing it open.
Okay. You grab and pull, and the door swings open. Bear with me 1 second.
I have this strange feeling that it's like just walking into a sauna, like this wall of air just.
As the door pulls open, you can feel the steam almost hit you from in front. And as you look inside, you can see that there are 5 fire newts in here, bent over anvils or working on anvils. The sound of ringing makes itself heard from right in front of you. What do you do?
Are they facing inward or to the edges of the room?
They're facing towards the anvils.
Okay.
One of them stops the hammering and looks up. Cocks his head.
Dusted is gonna sprint into the room. And try to tilt over the major sort of like pulling device there in front of him.
Okay.
I don't know if it's bolted to the floor.
I think we get some initiative on the go here, shall we?
Alright.
Hold on. I need to clear. There we go. Okay, let's reset. Right, roll.
Oh my god, that's awful.
And Lunan?
I'm sorry.
I'll go for Hugh if that's okay.
I've added you and Musharib on already.
Ah, cool.
Do you see Lunan? He's
I think
just
it's 8 and 16.
oh,
There we go.
nice. Look at that. Okay. Right. In which case then, Dusted Cole, you're the first one up. As you go running through... Let me turn that on. Let's see. Done. Okay. You go running through 10. That's 20 feet of movement, and you get to the crane over there. What did you say you wanted to do?
I wanted to, if it's not bolted in place, I want to try and tilt it over.
Ah.
Possibly into the lava below.
It is bolted in place.
Ah, bugger.
Yeah, but
Um,
from here, let me just... As you get to that point...
is it, by the way, the crane cord, what is the material? Is it known to, is it metal or rope or anything like that, just by looking at it, not by examining it?
It's some sort of a metal. Dwarven forged metal.
This thing is going to be harder to sabotage than I thought.
Killing all of them is a way of sabotage.
Well, but we still have to do some for the others, didn't we? So Dustin is standing here, realizing he cannot use the crane or do anything to harm it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just takes one step south
Mm-hmm.
and stabs that one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack, sir.
A 16.
That definitely hits.
And 9 damage, and another attack. 24 also hits, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's 19 damage total. It's still standing.
It is still standing.
Well, then the offhand gets into play as well. 26.
That hits.
With 6 damage, so that's 25.
Dustin comes running in the room, sees the crane and tries to run and shoulder charge. It bounces off, turns around. Oh, someone next to me. Stab, stab, stab. As he swings 3 times. And you manage to kill it in quick succession like the other one as well.
And then letting out, I don't know, he lets out a fierce meow, and then that's his turn.
Okay. Which brings us up to our strangers with danger. Nothing happens from them. Lunan.
Lunan runs forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 35 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And cast virtual weapon
Mm-hmm.
at 2nd level. Next to these two.
Okay.
Let me just double check that it's 60 feet. And I try to attack the one farthest away from us.
That one. Yeah. With a spiritual weapon, yes?
Yeah. $13.
A 13 hits.
Max damage.
Ooh, nice. Okay. It is definitely shocked and alarmed after being hit for so much damage. Anything else?
And as my action, I wanna conjure a bucket over its head and have the special weapon bang it a bit, toll the dead.
Okay. Let me roll a wisdom save, isn't it?
Yeah.
It gets a 15.
16 is what it needed, so it
Alright.
takes 12.
12 points.
Or I need to roll 2d12. Holy, it's dead.
18, that'll definitely do it. Yes. Okay.
Well, then
And
nobody
that's my
said
turn.
Anything else?
That was my turn.
Alright. Then next up is Hugh. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 20. His speed is 30. So that's up to Vargo, and then he's going to dash. As Hugh comes blazing down the corridor. Stick to the plan! Stick to the plan! Stick to the plan! He goes running right past all of you, straight for the lava portion over here. That's his turn. Yelena.
She's gonna go rushing in to here. I think I can make that. Oops. Yeah, just about. The thing that Dusted trying to push in the lava pool,
Mm-hmm.
is it fixed to the floor or
Yeah, it is.
does Musharib, not Musharib,
Hugh.
Hugh, that's it. Name completely went out my brain for a moment. Does he look like he's gonna try and push it or anything, or?
No, he looks like he's going to intend to skip past it. And then
Oh.
hop, skip, and jump his way on the sides of the lava pit
Mhm.
to the other side.
Oh, where the carts are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um. So she's gonna attack. Oh no, I can't move there. Ah. She's gonna try and. Can I use a dash to jump over, or is that
You can use a
not
dash,
enough?
and you can
Try and jump.
dash. You're 30 feet, aren't you, or 35?
I'm 30 foot.
Dash will.
It would take me, but
Well,
I
just
don't. Oh, I don't.
Just about get you to the
Yeah.
other side. I would need you to roll an athletics or acrobatics to make it. To
I'll
hop,
give
skip,
it a.
and jump your way.
I will give it a go.
Oh no.
Oh, I know. Oh, thank God.
21. Okay, as you effortlessly manage to just go run, dink, 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 and land 2-footed on the other side of the lava. No problem at all.
Perfect. She will wait there. That's my turn.
Okay, next up then is Musharib, who's got only a 25. 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets to there and dashing. Which brings us to the fire newts. These two look up, caught mainly by surprise. They are going to wield their hammers as if they're going to enter battle. There is a commotion from the room to the south. The rest of them, I mean, they haven't really reacted at all. You've managed to get the jump on them so far. So Vargo, that brings us up to you.
All right. Mm, from where I am, which ones do I see?
You can see the ones on the flank. This one, really.
All right.
Yeah.
Then from where I am, I will cast Toll the Dead. Okay.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throw, please. The DC is 15. Yeah.
He's not
he
having a
takes.
good day.
He takes. That's only one die. So, well, not much better. 4 points of necrotic
Okay.
damage,
All right. He's taken some
and
damage.
that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Valrus, that means you're next.
He's gonna move over there. We're planning on getting out from the side with the carts, right?
Who are you asking?
And
Anyone,
how loud
really.
are you shouting?
I'll ask.
Follow the plan. Follow the plan. That's all you hear. You go. Follow the plan.
I'll ask Musharib.
Hey, laddie. We're getting out through the carts, remember? Diversion! He's waving
Right.
his gauntleted hand in the air.
I'm gonna use my action to move over here then, and ask Dusted. You have the cloak, don't you? Can you get us across?
Sure.
I will stay there.
Alright. Which brings us to the top of round 2 and to Dusted.
Well, Dustin is just going to follow Valvis's instructions
Mm-hmm.
and try to deposit them just north of the minecarts.
What
With,
exactly are you gonna do?
Dustin is going to try to use the I forget the name of the item.
The bank.
Mont Blanc.
Mount Blanc.
Everyone else
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, well, it's a magic item. I don't pay attention to that stuff. It's Dustin, for fuck's sake. But he's going to try to. He has tried it several times before, when it was smelling of sulfur and without any luck, which is why it was because it was probably used.
Mm-hmm.
But it's never dawned on him. He will try to use it in the same manner as last time.
Roll a
Think
perception
about
check
this
for me, please.
perception. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay, you feel quite confident. The cloak doesn't smell of sulfur at all. It has no scent to it, as you remember. Well, you've never really used it successfully, have you? So, whether you lift the hood on, wrap yourself up in the cloak, what about Valorous?
Dusted, from what he understands, he has to grab onto someone. That was explained to him by Vago, I think. So that he knows that he can hold on to someone and possibly teleport them. But so he's holding Valorous with one hand instead of trying to manipulate the item with the other.
Okay, I just need to double check that quickly.
Dimension door you can carry someone with.
You can, can't you? You can bring objects along as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry, and one willing creature of your size or smaller, and their gear. So, easily, yes. Alright, you grab Valrus's hand, close the cloak around you. Nothing happens. Grab the hood, pull it down, and as soon as you pull it down, thinking about, what are you thinking of?
I'm thinking about the minecarts.
Ooh.
You literally dimension door with Valrus disappear straight onto
Under the
under the minecart. I I can't
Does
melee
it,
them, but
does it takes force damage equal to, I don't know how much force damage you take if you
think
hit an object.
4d6 I think it was.
Oh dear. And now this room smells even more like sulfur and brimstone.
And as you appear, the smell of sulfur assaults your senses. Oh yeah, it worked. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because Dustin is definitely going to revel in the fact that he managed to use the item correctly.
Awesome. Let's put you both down over there then. So the two of you are in which minecart?
Uh, I think, yeah, that's a good question. Dustin was definitely in the front if they teleported as they were standing over there. So Dustin would have been in the front one. And I don't know if Wallace would be in the back one.
Valrus will be in the
Sure.
back one with you as well.
Yep.
As you appear on the front of these flatbed cart, you see two railway tracks exiting the chamber. Both of the carts are flatbed. They're about 5 foot square, sitting back to back. You could probably squeeze four people on one, 4 humans. Each cart is a long, flat level with a lever sticking out the center of it that acts as a brake. As soon as you appear, Dusted, and Lunan as well, the two of you notice a sound. How far does your... I'm going to give you to about there. Okay, Dusted, and that's your turn. Next up is Lunan.
I want to see the path that just Jarlena took. Do Lunan consider it something he could do without killing himself?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if she can do it, you can do it, couldn't you? Piece of cake.
He is not convinced, but he will give it a try.
Okay.
So he will just sprint and get to like the square before Jarlena in his turn,
Okay.
and then use his action to dash and get up to the carts if he passes whatever roll he needs to do.
Roll athletics or acrobatics for me, please.
He guides himself. No, he can't. That's an action, so he doesn't.
Trusting
Ooh.
dice.
Yes.
18. Nice. As you hop, skip, and jump your way across. Nothing can stop you now. Yeah, you managed to hop over the 3 lava flows, no problem at all. Running through to the other side. Using your dash, you also reach the cart. Sorry, so Valrus and Dusted, you notice, are sitting on the front cart. There's easily space for you to sit up with them, or you can sit on on the other one.
I jump in behind Dusted.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I have the sword attack the next guy. He's
Ooh,
next to.
cheeky bugger. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Spells. I apologize to everyone because my thing is very buggy today. I click and nothing happens or it freezes.
Maybe roll a manual dice.
Now I have it open. So
Oh, it's coming.
that's a hit.
Luna,
Unless they have different rates.
as you do with your passive perception, you hear the sound of snorts and grunts coming from behind you as you focus on the spiritual weapon. doing 11 points of damage to the other fire dude. Okay. Turning
From
around. Turning around, you look down. Your eyes follow the tracks down into the darkness ahead when you hear a big honk, honk, and then as about 20 feet ahead of you, the area lights up. In front, previously not seen in the darkness, tethered to the walls, are big reptilian dinosaur-like birds that just breathe some fire, lighting up the little bit of the cavern. They almost seem to sort of be unsettled. Is that your turn?
yes.
All right. Can someone roll a d20 for me, please, for Hugh Hackingstone? Dusted, you beauty. That's 35, and then to dash, and he's going to get on the other one as well. Hugh comes running through and leaps onto the cart. Yelena, your turn.
Let me see. Oh, I'm trying to think because Marco is so far away. And that Musharib is still on the other side. Is it? I don't know if I can anyway, but would I be able to try and kind of wait there and save my action to try and catch one of them or throw a rope to one of them?
Yeah, just as a
Should
safety
they
net.
not?
So you can hold your
Yeah.
action. If they fall, you're going to try and assist them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be
Okay.
your... Yeah, you can hold your
That's my
action and
turn.
your movement, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright then, someone roll a d20 for Musharib for me, please. As he comes barreling through... 25...
Oof.
Almost immediately, you see him come running through, and his first leap, he just manages to get his foot caught on the edge as he trips, and you hear him go, "Oh shit!" Hit the ground. He's about to land face down onto one of the lava machines on the side. You're
He's
20
so far
feet
away.
I know.
Cold and
And-
colder.
Really, you can do nothing but stand there and go, "Watch out! You're gonna trip!" As he's actually tripped.
I do have a face step, but I don't know what help that would bring.
You could
I would
face
probably
it
just
under
go
him.
down with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's not really much I can do. He's not falling in the lava though, is he?
Valrus, roll 2d6 for me, please.
Ah.
And then a dex save throw.
Saving throw, let's
So,
see.
as he trips and he falls, you almost see him try and righten up his body, and he falls and slips, and one arm sort of lands right in the lava. As he pulls it out and starts patting it, he carries on moving, but he's going to take half damage from that.
Yeah.
Hopefully not the gauntlet arm.
Unfortunately, not the gauntlet arm, no. Okay, and he makes it through and then onto the other cart. Which brings us to you, Yelena.
She'll wait for for Vargo. 'Cause, she doesn't know if he's gonna Misty Step again.
So that's
Or
your turn.
yeah, she's gonna do the same for Vargo as she did for Musharib. Try and catch him or something. If he gets like halfway through, if he's gonna jump. I assume he's not, but she doesn't know that.
You're gonna do the same for me that you did. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I feel like Yelena is really trying to get a movie career. Like she's like, yeah. I'm more dramatically.
I'll try.
Alrighty.
Which brings us to the fire newts. Realizing something is up, these ones start to move. And they start calling. This one starts running.
Oh my god, I love them.
And that one's gonna stay there. I'll go from where you are. You see those two disappear. And move up to the door over there. That door opens up as well. Two of them step through and start moving up closer. Varga, that brings us up to you.
Alrighty. I will take an attack of opportunity, I think, as I pass. Wait. Through here.
Mm-hmm.
So take it if you want. Nah, doesn't hit. Then I.
Plus 3, that's a 17.
Nah, doesn't hit.
Ah, okay. As you go
Then,
racing past.
As my bonus action, I will cast Misty Step right beside Yelena. You're doing a great job, buddy. And that's 30 feet of movement, bonus action, and as my action, I'm gonna step right into the minecart, I think. I mean, I'm gonna use the dash action as my action.
Okay, I will allow that. Which means, Yelena, as he appears next to you, you're like, what? What? Oh.
I could not be useful, but that's okay.
You
She'll
hear
just-
from behind you as you follow his eyes around. Honk, honk, honk. And you can see in the distance these huge, gargantuan striders, reptilian fire-breathing lizards, pulling against their restraints on the side of the cavern. Roll a perception check for me, please, Yelena. Yeah, you probably think it's about time to get out of here.
Yep. She's gonna, I guess if she can, she'll just use her movement to run up and jump in the cart as well.
Yeah, I'll give you your movement because you've already been holding your actions.
Yeah.
Right, it's now or never, folks, quick! Someone's got to give us a push! Right, first, who's on which cart? Who's on the front cart?
Oh,
Lynn?
I assumed it was those four and us three.
Yeah, that's what I just want to double check. So you've got Musharib, Yelena, and Fargo at the back. Who is going to get off and push?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Dusted, and that's your cart. And the other cart?
Probably Musharib is the strongest of us.
we, we're gonna. Alright. We're gonna have a. Not an argument. Oh, fine. Send the dwarf to do the pushing.
Reluctantly, he gets off as all of a sudden you see quite a few of the fire newts start emerging from there. Jumps down. He's like,
Dwarf, do this. Dwarf, do that. Alright. Dustin, heave ho!
roll a strength check for me, please, Dustin.
This is gonna be bad.
Awesome.
I mean, I'll blame the fact that Hugh's sitting in the front.
The carts don't move.
No shite.
Hugh jumps off.
Oh, you dwarves always have to help.
Alright. And he puts his back to the cart as well.
Yeah, obviously.
And as he does, he lends his strength, and you see his mouth start foaming and frothing. And he gives a massive shove.
Oh, get on quickly.
As you starting to push Dusted, you and Musharib trying to keep up with him. He almost trips as he gets up, grabs, and pulls himself up onto the cart as it starts to pull off. What about you, Dusted?
Dusted jumps on and tries to help Hugh on when he has put them into motion.
Alright, on the first cart, who is going to grab hold of the brake? Valrus? Lunan?
It's gonna be one of you guys.
Alright.
The other two are climbing
I'll
on.
do
it's
it.
fine. Okay, Valrus. And on the back cart, Vargo or Yelena?
I think Bargo will try to do it.
Yelena will do it.
Oh, alright.
Or
Take
she'll try.
Or let me put it a different way. Who's going to hold on to the brake while the others fight off any bad guys?
it.
The carts are slowly
I don't
moving
know.
and there's a turning coming up.
Somebody grab the brake.
Alright, from now, for now, let Jarlena do it.
Alright, Yelena and Valrus grabbing onto the brakes. Now, you can choose to go at full speed, half speed, or try and do a safe stop. Okay? If you forcefully apply the brake, you can slow your rate of movement down. You can just use an action to gently apply the brake, or you can let the brake go and you can let the cart rumble at its full speed. Valrus, what are you going to be doing?
How bad the situation is at the moment, so I'll go steady for now.
Okay, you dab the brake as you get to the corner, and as you do, let's do this. Up ahead you can see there must be 12 or 13 of these giant beasts. As the cart flies past them, one of them snaps at you, and this beak comes out of nowhere as it's quite close to you and you're not traveling as fast. I rolled a 10 plus 2 at 12. What's your AC?
Currently 15.
15. It just seems to miss you as it comes out of the dark, and then you hear a snap as one of the beasts breaks free. Vargo. Oh no, sorry, Yelena. Break, no break, dab, free run.
She will dab. Yeah, dab it.
Okay, dabbing
Something.
the brake as well. As soon as you do, you pass the same corner, keeping up with Valrus and his speed. And this beak comes out of the dark from nowhere as it snaps at you. I got a natural 20. Oh,
Just misses.
okay, so you take 5 plus 8, you take the 13.
Is Talena within range of 5 feet of dusters? Or are the carts
No.
pulling?
No, the
Okay.
carts are pulling, you don't. As this giant beak snaps on your shoulders, you're standing up in this cart trying to control this brake. Basically a sitting duck for everything. You pull around the corner. Both drivers, I need you to roll dex checks for me, please.
The worst 15.
Oh wait. No, I have a thing. I think. No, it's a saving throw. Never mind. It's only a saving throw.
Alright, Vargo,
Oh.
Valrus, sorry, you effortlessly guide the cart around the corner as Yarlena tries to dab the brake, gets a bite on her shoulder and almost falls against it, loosening it up, and then it slams into the back of your cart, shifting your momentum further forward as you race around the corner further down, passing beasts left and right of you. The fire newts, as you look behind, you can see the glow from their breath weapon as they are growling in anticipation and frustration, chasing after you down the corridor tracks. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, yes. Cliffhanger.
Nice.
All right. Let's firstly say thank you everyone to Twitch for watching us.
Thanks,
And
Rich. Thank you.
we'll see you guys later.